Well, good day everybody, and welcome back to the High Desert Garden, where I've been working tremendously hard every day. So it's been a few weeks since I've had a chance to upload a video. This is my first vlog, so I'm just doing a vlog as far as where I'm at with things and how things are going here. And I'm going to show you an addition to the High Desert Garden that's been a tremendous help. If I had to pick up wood from the Home Depot, for example, I had to have them cut it in 4-foot lengths because I drive a sedan. And there it is right there. And here is the addition. Yes, I was able to pick up this 94 Ford F-150 in excellent condition. You can see it's had a repaint. This is the original Ford color that it came in, but it's been repainted. It has new tires. It has very low miles for its age. Only 150,000 miles on this truck. And the interior is pretty immaculate on this. It's locked right now, so I really can't show you too much, but yeah, very immaculate. 2 tanks, of course. I'm not really a big Ford fan, unless you're talking about the old stuff with Henry Ford. This did come without a tailgate, but I was able to pick up a tailgate for $50 on Craigslist, and I only purchased this truck for $2,400, and in the condition that it's in, that is a steal. So where I live at here in the High Desert, you can get these 2-wheel drive vehicles really cheap because nobody wants a 2-wheel drive here in the High Desert, where we can get 2 foot of snow in the winter. Nobody wants these, but I'm not going to be using this as a commuting vehicle. I wouldn't buy a Ford for commuting. This is to go to the Home Depot on the weekends and pick up supplies for the garden. That's all that it is. With that being said, this does get extremely good gas mileage. I put $20 in the tank when I bought this a couple weeks ago, and $20 brought it from nothing to half a tank. And I drove probably about 100 or so miles, maybe a little less, and I haven't had to put any more fuel in it. So it does really good on fuel, actually. And I do enjoy driving it. There's a little slop in the steering, which I actually kind of like. So it's fun to drive. But let's go take a look at some other things that are going on in the High Desert. So this is my front yard. I haven't had the time to do a whole lot with it. I've been concentrating on the vegetable garden in the back. You'll see a few other things that I'm doing in the backyard as well. One of the things I really like about the front yard here is this area where I did cut down a diseased tree that was also leaning on the house. And what I ended up putting here is a Chandler blueberry, and the Chandler blueberry is just coming to life. It's got a little bit of winter burn here and there at the top. No big deal. Let's go take a look at the backyard. So it is a mess, obviously. I salvaged as much of my concrete slab as I could, cutting these into nice platform pieces, because I will be using them kind of like pavers to kind of pave a path as we come into the backyard here, because when it does get wet back here, it is kind of annoying. When it gets really dry, it's really sandy and hard to walk in. So here's the pond running. It's in action. It's just come to life, so it hasn't had a chance to clean up. Now obviously it's dirty back here because we're still under construction. We're just getting ready to prepare this for our mono pour. This is going to be the addition to the house. And so we've taken the overhead structure down, and I've saved the pieces because that will be going back up. Actually, over here I'm going to build a nice deck and have that overhead structure. This will be the addition, and I still have to put the arch trellis back up here. There is the old roof to the mini greenhouse. And that is because the mini greenhouse is not so mini anymore. Let's take a look at this. So I am going to come out with a video on how I built this greenhouse, and it's built over the same raised bed. It's just I have a second raised bed now right next to it. The raised bed that was here before on this side was only an 8-footer, not a 12-footer. So I just extended it out to 12 feet, the same size as this. And as you can see, I've planted my tomatoes in here, several different tomato varieties. I'm excited to see how the tomato harvest is this year. Last year it was phenomenal, and this year, with the assistance of this greenhouse and getting these out here early, it should be fantastic. The only thing that could hurt me is if I did get another really hard freeze, which could totally happen. You know, we've had freezing nights in July here in the high desert, so this is April. It could easily suddenly get down into the 20s. So I will have to keep a close eye on the weather. I will need to heat this if the weather takes a turn for the worst. But climate change and global warming, it seems, has actually been working in my favor the past couple years. It hasn't been too bad. Obviously it's a mess back here. If you didn't see the video on how to build a raised bed that won't rot, you've got to check that out. Look how beautiful this is. I've yet to fill this in with compost or potting mix. You know, I've got it about half, a little more than half full. Obviously, again, things are a mess. My boy loves to play with the garden lights, so he's pretty much destroyed most of them. The lettuce in this little tunnel hoop house is coming along. The perennial strawberries are coming back to life. This blueberry obviously died last year, and I will either pull that out and extend the strawberries. I think I'll probably extend the strawberries. I got plenty of other places to plant blueberries, but this blueberry is coming to life, and I have another blueberry back here, which I'm pretty sure, yep, I see green. And this was a discount blueberry that when I purchased it, it was almost dead. The nursery was going out of business. The guy said, you can have this. It's a high bush blueberry. He said, you can have this for $5. So I figured, why not? As you can see, I've still got a lot of work to do, and it has been taking a toll on, and I'm able to get the citrus trees outside this time of year. It's a nice sunny day for them. They don't seem to mind the sun at all as far as needing to harden off plants. Citrus trees just seem to take it. I will keep an eye on them, of course, because I don't want any burning of the leaves. You know, the figs, they kind of tend to droop a little bit, and they're not really hardened off to the sun quite yet, but they're champs as well. So I did have one comment on one of my citrus videos, and the commenter chastised me for shaping and pruning my citrus trees. And I think sometimes that people don't realize that when you have an urban garden and you're not in a climate that is suitable to leaving these citrus trees outside year-round, I don't think people realize I have to take these inside, and in order to put them in a place where they can get some natural light and keep them from taking over the entire house, they have to be in close quarters. And you know, this pink lemon, when I got it, it was just bushy, and it would have taken up way too much space, way too much light. And for an urban gardener that has to move these inside, I had no choice. I had to shape these. And so yes, I realize that it is not necessary to prune citrus trees. Citrus trees like to fill out, which I am obviously going to let these totally fill out. And whenever I build this sunroom that I'm standing in, I will be able to let them bush out more. But I don't think people realize that, you know, I'm an urban gardener. I'm limited on space. I had to shape and prune these trees, so that's why I did it. I want to thank you guys for watching. Keep an eye out for future episodes on how I built the greenhouse, and I will I'm sure have other episodes coming out shortly as well. So thank you guys so much once again for watching. Have a good one.